Good morning, my friends. It's definitely me, Waddles. It's definitely Wednesday. However, it is not a snapshot day, my dudes. Instead, it is Shep Day. You know, hindsight is 2020, but it's also Villager Update Day, my dudes. And we never talked about it over here, but I guess this was a sign. Alright, so for those of you confused, the snapshot, I'm not too sure where it is. Oddly enough, there is no snapshot today, and strangely, the developers said absolutely nothing. I really hope this is just like a one-off thing or something. For the longest time, the devs would always let us know if there wasn't planned to be a snapshot. No snapshot aside though, today is a juicy update day. So over on Minecraft Bedrock Edition, sliding into the preview, if I was to create a brand new world, oh my god, maybe the biggest reveal of today, the preview, the experimental toggle, it's gone. Jumping in game to a world, what this signifies is the fact that whenever this next update drops, yesterday was 1.21.60, this update is 1.21.70, well, whenever this update drops, all of this stuff, the flowers, the variants, the firefly bushes, everything, maybe except for the pause feature, well, it'll be included in this new update. Now, in this gigantic banger of a preview, which, if you didn't know, is essentially the equivalent of a snapshot, we have villager updates, we've got sheep updates, we've got desert updates galore. Quick question, good news first or bad news first? Okay, bad news first. Tragically, inside of this preview cycle, the keep inventory game rule, the game rule that was changed to be default on for peaceful difficulty and easy difficulty, well, strangely, it's just been set back to cheats for every single difficulty. Doesn't matter if you're even on peaceful, the keep inventory is just off for a cheat. I don't know what Mojang was thinking with this change. I think the community pretty much loved this one. I would love a little bit more communication because I loved it. Then at least for peaceful, it made so much sense. Well, surprise, surprise. Sheep are going to have a brand new rule to how they will spawn inside of this update. Instead of a beautiful looking aesthetic like this cold pig or the cold chicken, instead what we're looking at here inside of this update is different colorations naturally spawning across different temperature biomes. So, for example, let's see if we can go ahead and find one naturally here. Inside of the warm biome over here, as I run around and look around, I saw a pig. Inside of the warm biomes, and this one is actually pretty big because this is one of the more difficult sheep colorations to be able to find, but inside of the warm biomes, I thought you were a butterfly for a second. Burb, chill. If I could ever find one, it seems to be so difficult to find, but if I could ever find one, the sheep. Aha, here we go. When you find sheep inside of the warm biomes, the most common coloration to find naturally is now going to be brown. But that's not all, because alongside the common brown sheep inside of this biome, you'll also be able to find uncommonly a little bit more so. And it looks like this change kind of carries over to the spawn egg as well, but uncommonly inside of this biome, you'll be able to find gray sheep naturally spawning, orange sheep, yellow sheep, and red sheep as well. The pink sheep, it's been preserved. And still, very rarely, you'll be able to find a pink sheep spawning naturally inside of this biome. So with a little bit of Picasso level knowledge here, you'll be able to quickly realize that a bunch of the warm color gradient sheep will be able to be found. Now, temperate biomes, we're talking things like the plains biome and the forest biome. Inside of biomes that are a little bit more neutral, if you will, you'll be able to find the white sheep spawning most commonly, but you'll also be able to find a little bit less commonly light gray sheep, dark gray sheep, brown sheep, and actually black sheep spawning as well. Just like before, the pink sheep will rarely spawn here as well. And then, last but not least, inside of the cold biomes, you'll be able to find, oh, well, check it out. Right off the bat, the black sheep will be the most common sheep color that you'll find spawning here. However, that's not all. Alongside the black sheep, you'll also be able to find all of these different blue shades of sheep spawning a little bit less commonly, and the light gray sheep as well. And surprise, surprise, naturally, but very rarely, you'll be able to find the pink sheep spawning here as well. Ooh-wee, it's not as juicy as, of course, a brand new look for the sheep, but I love the idea of different colors in the different biomes. What do you think? Alright, now next up of the day today is one of the largest focuses of this update, the desert biome. This is one of the most beautiful changes inside of today's update, and also, well look, I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but we were literally just talking about this on stream last week. Which, by the way, still no word on a snapshot this week, maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed tomorrow, and if there is, there'll be a stream right after. Now moving around here, inside of this update, inside of the desert biome, a brand new passive mob will be able to be found. No longer is the camel restrained to just the desert village. Now, of course, as you might have noticed through today's video, mob spawning on Bedrock Edition, it's a little bit different. Whether it's hostile or passive, it just behaves differently than Java's. So I'm having a bit of a hard time declaring just how rare or common the camel spawning inside of the desert will actually be, but just know that it'll actually happen. Ever since the camel's introduction in Minecraft 1.20, I've always wondered why they didn't just go ahead and make this thing able to be found across like the entire biome. And yeah, at last some sense has finally crept into them. You will still also be able to find the camel spawning inside of desert villages. But speaking of villages, I want to segue over into the village update, because this week we have a ton of intriguing changes to not only the loot table of villages, but also the villager professions in general. This chart, this beautiful ancient chart, do you remember it? Because today, at last, it's been fully implemented. Inside of this update, we didn't even see it coming, but it makes perfect sense. The cartographer will be improved. So this all throws us all the way back to the map updates for the villager. You know, over on Java, but it's also on Bedrock as well. This little villager trade rebalance toggle, dusty and crusty for a long time, well, now things have been pulled out of it. So with these updates, I want to make it abundantly clear that the villager experimental toggle does still exist, and some of the less popular, more controversial changes, well, great news. Those changes, like say the librarian changes, those were not pulled over into this update. Instead, oh baby, we're basically just taking a look at the greatest hits of this villager update, the most loved changes, making it straight up into the vanilla game. The cartographer villager will now be able to sell brand new maps that are going to lead you all around the world. Now, these map sales right here, if you can remember, it's a little bit of a throwback, but if you can recall, they are linked to the biome in which the villager resides. So here we have a plains biome cartographer villager. This villager will be able to sell me a savanna biome map to lead me over to, well, the nearest savanna village. According to the changelog here, we now have a total of 7 brand new maps that have been implemented into the game, with each map pointing to a different village or other structures inside of that biome. Additionally, alongside these beautiful map changes, we actually have a change to the color of banners that a villager may be able to sell as well. So down here inside of the plains biome, we have a yellow banner and a white banner. I believe these can be alternated. So for our big nose, large four-headed buddy right here, when it comes to our other trades, that's just about it. This map trade, the Trial Explorer map, the ocean one, that's not really new. You, my friend right here, it looks like that's going to be a savanna map too. Setting ourselves back over to the desert though, for the sake of example today, let's say theoretically I was able to find myself a desert village. And inside of that desert village, I was able to also get myself a cartographer villager. Come on. Well, this cartographer villager, if I were able to level it up to level 2, that is, take a look at this. We have a plains biome map. If I go ahead and trade with this villager and get that plains biome map, which by the way, I think the maps need maybe some different colored icons. That would be really cool here. But the plains biome map, I mean, a different symbol on that map. And well, this map will lead me to the nearest plains biome village. While we're here, a three-peat for good luck, why not? Over inside of the taiga biome now, a biome that is much colder. Become cartographer now. Now that we have a cartographer villager inside of this biome, all I need to do is go ahead and level you up. I hate trading on Bedrock. We level you up to a level 2, and check this out, a snowy village map. This thing is beautiful. I love that we could use these villagers from different biomes to actually, like, you know, locate and travel around the world inside of this update. This makes perfect sense too with what's going on inside of this update, the load zones, the exploration, and everything like that. Now, for even more of these villager changes, keep your eyes peeled for the Java snapshot. Hopefully that'll come soon, and I'll be able to test the mechanics in much more depth. Let's wander on. Oh my gosh, I love it. I can't believe it here, but the Wandering Trader updates, they have made it, and they've been significantly changed. So check this out. The Wandering Scammer no longer, because today, while I take a look, the Wandering Trader will now actually be willingly able to buy things from me, as well as sell me different things for much cheaper prices. Now, right off the bat, the offers that this man has are some of the best offers that I could possibly find. Invisibility Potion, 5 emeralds is not bad. And then right here, Efficiency 2 pickaxe, 11 emeralds. Let's say maybe I like that pickaxe. I wanted to go ahead and trade it. It's Return of the Rascal, am I right? Well, I buy myself a fancy little pickaxe, but check this out. Unfortunately, no longer will I have any sales. On the other hand, let's say I had an extra water bucket. I wanted to sell it. Well, I could get myself 2 emeralds from that trade. It only does it one time. However, I have 2 emeralds now that if I wanted to, I could go ahead and like turn right back around into something. Now, the trades that we're looking at there, those are just a few of them. There are so many different Wandering Trader trades that are new. Check that out. Pale moss, maybe the oak log, maybe 8 acacia logs. I mean, that's not bad. The idea here, too, with the items that the Wandering Trader wants to buy from you, I mean, it kind of plays into the lore a little bit. We have a hay bale. Maybe the trader wants to make a little bit of bread or something like that. I could go ahead and get myself an emerald and then, yeah, like I said, turn that right back around into 8 logs. Also, check this out. If you have extra emeralds, as you can see here, some of these trades are not locked to only one trade. For what was that? 4 emeralds? I now have half a stack of logs. That's not bad. The Wandering Trader is also going to be able to sell you, if you're lucky, some things from the brand new drop as well. Check that out. The Firefly Bush, you get it right back at home sweet home. Hanging Moss from the last one, that's so cool. This new Wandering Trader 2.0 is actually so much better and makes it way easier to be able to find things from new drops. Like, one of the greatest things the trader will be able to do from time to time is sell you any sapling that exists inside of the game. So that means like the pale oak sapling, you're having trouble finding it. Well, if you're lucky, maybe before too long, the trader will actually be able to sell you one. Peep this, taken straight from the changelog right here. Wandering Trader trades. The trader has better prices and blah, blah, blah. This is what the trader will be able to buy from you. These are some of the new things the trader will be able to sell. Villager updates, but that's not all. Just wait, there's a little bit more, because over inside of this update, inside of the village, we can actually find some new loot. Now, you know how Minecraft loot works. It's not going to happen every single time. I think we have something like a 33% chance of finding it. But if I can find any building, which ones have chests? I don't even remember. It's been so long. But if I were able to find a building with a chest, well, I have a 33% chance, no luck there, to find a bundle inside of the chest. Now, I don't want to waste your time for too long today. We'll go ahead and give it one more quick shot at a new village. Loot. Anybody home? Anybody home? Okay, I'm determined. One more village, why not? Please. Aha, there we go. Inside of the savannah biome right here, a plain old bundle. Now, I do think it's a little tragic that it doesn't seem that these bundles will ever actually have loot inside of them. Missed opportunity right there. But I do love the fact that we can naturally find a bundle while exploring now. And I mean, as long as you can find a house with a chest in it, it's not all that uncommon. One more little thing on my request list for this update is, at this point, how about a brand new biome village? Like, I'm thinking the Cherry Grove or something like that. Ooh, that would be beautiful. And so, friends, for today's update, that's gonna just about do it. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, let me know by smashing like and subscribe for more videos. Huge, gigantic Bedrock update yesterday. If you haven't checked it out yet, check that out. And hopefully, I'll see you on stream and with the snapshot tomorrow. Goodbye.